Hello everybody, my name is Meisterbloo, and today I'm taking a look at Higurashi no Nakukoro ni, aka Higurashi When They Cry. This is of course the now, new update that I've been waiting for so freaking long. I can't remember when it was that I found this page on Steam showing that they were planning on bringing this over and updating it, making the graphics look a little better, maybe giving it better audio, and then bringing it to Western audiences, because I never got to play the original Higurashi games, and I am extremely excited to get this started, especially since most of you who followed my channel for a while know just how much I love the series of Higurashi. It's one of my favorite series of anything, not just anime or manga or anything. It's just of anything, really. It has a great mystery to it, and I am excited to get started. Chapter 1 was released today. I've been following it so much that I counted down to the hour, because it was available for download right at 4 p.m. Right at 4 p.m. I was on the page installing the game, because I am super hyped for this. But enough about that, let's get started. Let's start a game. I will say I don't have any headsets on or headphones on or whatnot because my audio jacks are broken on my computer for some reason. I've tried everything, nothing's working, so I had to order a new USB one. It'll be coming in the mail in a couple days. So for the meanwhile, I will not have headphones on, and I won't be able to hear the audio all that well because I'm going to have it on low so it doesn't pick up on this mic. Don't be sad. The world may not forgive you, but I do. Don't be sad. You may not forget the world, but I forgive you. Oh, I was close. I was babbling. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual person's organization is entirely coincidental. AD 1983, early summer of the 58th year of Shinamizuwa, or Shinamizuwa. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice. And those tears, you're going too fast! That mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. And yet, I felt as if I could hear her voice. But that's not possible. She is no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there was none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why this pain? My eyes getting moist. Why is this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand the painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me. I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright just to take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her. Like flowers by a grave. Now then. Calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm. Just lift it up. And with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting her head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. See, if you know anything about the first part of Higurashi no Nakukodo ni, you know how sad this part is. Perhaps I really did love you. Higurashi when they cry. Oh, I'm giddy. I'm giddy with anticipation, people. I am super excited for this because... Oh, I got a farewell achieve. No! Don't give me cheese mints! God damn it. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt so wrong to eavesdrop, so I ignored it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend a funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers are the multi-lane roads. Oh, and the multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. I don't know what that word is. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. This is where I live now. Oh. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There is only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cicadas. I've called it cicadas, but I've been told it's cicadas by people who I at least trust their input a little bit, so I'm going to say cicadas until someone tells me otherwise. And even then, I still might say cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town is some stuff like that, but it's like an hour away by bike. And come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years, and never once have I been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to. You. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Okay. Keiichi, we're almost here! Wake up! Wait. That's fun. My dad has the greatest voice ever. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. I'm going to try to do different voices for the characters, considering that Keiichi's like the only dude in the thing other than Oishi. There's not many dudes in Higurashi. All the main characters are girls and then Keiichi. Keiichi, we're almost here. Wake up. I was finally... Oh, I didn't do that one. It seemed that the train had finally reached its stop. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. Routes? Oh god, wow, that's wrong. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in a half day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. I really like these nice pictures. These are really cool images. Nice and like... Wow, what's the term? It's not oil pastel, but it's like water paint. Well, slightly a watercolor paint or something like that. Just really elegant paintings. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. Oh. It's past, not past. There, where we live now. Hinamizawa. Boom! The show is very Stephen King and Inception-ish. It's very, like... It's a mindfuck of a show, so I highly recommend it. I have a review of it if you want to go watch it. So, what's going on? Is that my underwear on the floor? Do I have chonies? Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. In California, we would love that. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side. So I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs in with another deep breath. Since I started living in that breath killed me. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. Tastes like cicadas and blood. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. Stop making it go away! It makes me think it's a new thing! My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. If he's anything like the dad in the manga, then I think I know where he's at. He was probably up working early in the morning. Oh, he was working. He was up in the morning. Yep, he was up, all right. Seriously, check out the dad in the manga. It's hilarious. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that, though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. Other than the well, it depends on the pickled vegetables. Other than that, they all sound really delicious. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. I still have a box of stuff that I can make. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I have a box of stuff to make miso soup. I need to make that sometime because miso soup is like my favorite. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy you've been waking up early. Oh.
I'm so happy you've been waking up early ever since we moved here, KG.
I'm so sorry. If I don't wake up early, I don't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good.
Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough?
Pile it on! I would never say something like that to my mom. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Okay, so it's pickles. Pickles are good. I like pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, my mom gave me a warm smile.
I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, KG.
I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning, that was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up... Wait. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day... Oh, okay. She woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin.
Isn't it about time you meet up with Raina-chan? Hurry, hurry!
Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Raina is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. But, well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Raina wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door.
Bye, Mom. Please thank Raina-chan for the pickles.
Come to think of it...
those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them.
That's not the mom anymore. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have savored them a bit more. I really should wear glasses when I do this. Morning! Where's that Raina?
Is this her? Is she get?
I love Raina. Raina's married.
Oh, she's so cute!
Oh, I love her updated sprite so much!
Kage-kun! Good morning!
Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime.
If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting.
She's so conscientious and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind.
Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time.
I'll leave you in the dust. Without looking back. God damn it, Keiichi. Such a douchebag.
Why are you so mean? Why?
Oh, you made her eyes get a little squintier. Reina had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. You're not gonna find that fun later, dude. I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. With those words, Reina seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Oh, I made her blush.
Oh, thank you.
I'll wait forever until you came, Reina. No matter how long.
Forever?
Reina turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She was especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Reina?
Huh? I have never read any before.
From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from my mom. She says thanks for the pickles.
It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty?
They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine just to be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Reina? Or was it your mom?
Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty?
Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Reina, or was it your mom?
Why are you asking who made them? Why?
Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically.
Huh?
She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she'd used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. At least he knows. At least he knows. Reina nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response.
It was me.
Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Reina never gets taken advantage of. I thought I was supposed to say boy, but no, this is by. I pray that Reina never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Keep at it, Reina. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Is that me? Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Reina back to reality so we can make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Reina Ryugu. Ryugu Reina. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize that it's not just her name that's strange. She's too adorable. But we don't have time for adorable now. We got Mii-chan to meet in the next episode because I'm about time for this video. So, hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm excited as all hell. I cannot wait to keep this going. I'm going to make a lot of videos of this, get them out as fast as possible. Super happy that this is finally here because I've been wanting to play this so much. Hopefully it does amazingly. I will have, of course, the link to the Steam page for this in the description. I got the game for $5. Okay, my camera just fucked up a little bit weird, but right there. I got the game for $5 because I pre-ordered it. I don't know if it's more expensive if you buy it after pre-ordering and whatnot. But I had it pre-ordered, saved on my Steam page until the day because I needed this thing to, like, start immediately because I really want to get into this. So yes, I will have the Steam page down below. You can go check it out. If this game sells well, it might make the other chapters get released faster. Just saying. I'm not going to guarantee, but I'm saying that might be the case. And if it is, buy. Because I want this game all. I want all of it. I have it all. I have the manga. I have the anime. I have the sequel anime. I have a lot of the OVAs. I want it all. And I want it now. Thank you all for watching. My name has been Meisterbloo, and I will see you all in the next video. So until then, peace out.